news from away with your news anchors, Jimmy and Seamus O'Toole.
How's she going, my trout?
Our top story? There was Mandela Mania this week as Nelson Mandela visited Canada. Here he is at a party given by businesswoman Hedda Reisman, who presented the humanitarian with a 20% off coupon at Chapters.
Mr. Mandela was also made a Canadian citizen.
Conrad Black just gave up his citizenship, so all things considered, we've upgraded the country.
With the liberation of Afghanistan, men there are now wearing the pie crust hat called a pakul. Also popular are the lemon meringue hat and the butter tart earmuffs.
Last weekend in Ottawa, we saw huge, loud, unruly, out-of-control crowds as tickets sold out quickly for the Harry Potter movie.
Paul Martin gained major concessions at last week's G20 meeting.
He didn't?
He did.
Paul Martin?
Yes, boy.
The finance minister?
Yes.
With the G20?
Indeed.
No.
Yes.
He didn't?
He did.
The heck's the G20?
Damned if I know. In other news, Andrew McNally, creator of the map-making giant Rand McNally, has died. He will be buried at 40 degrees north latitude, 87 degrees west longitude, as soon as they figure out how to refold the body. In Quebec, PQ leader Bernard Landry has put his foot in it again. He's compared the sovereignty situation in Quebec to the events of September 11th. Here's Seamus with his commentary.
The guy's nuts.
Good commentary, Seamus.
Thank you, Jimmy.
You're welcome. It's Grey Cup time again. Calgary against Winnipeg in Montreal. Yes, it's the West versus the not-so-West in the East.
Doesn't make any sense, Jimmy.
It doesn't have to. It's the CFL.
Royal Bank has announced a $2.4 billion profit. Most of that money will be put into research and developing new ways to gouge customers.
In What Was He Thinking news, during a live concert, Paul Anka sang lyrics stating he could not wait until Osama bin Laden was dead.
Holy jeez, I am shocked.
Me too.
I thought Paul Anka was dead.
There is data now coming out on the Leonids meteor shower that lit up the sky last Sunday. It is estimated more stars burned out on that one night than in an entire week at the Betty Ford Clinic.
This week, the Alliance Party confirmed they will hold a leadership review March 20th, 2002. In other news, Stockwell Day announced he'll be looking for work March 21st, 2002.
Canadian researchers have determined women's brains are more densely packed in the area responsible for reason, judgment, and memory.
I bet a woman came up with that theory. Only a woman would. What was I talking about?
Having the foggiest.
Should Canadian troops go to Afghanistan? That's the topic for tonight's Pint Counterpint.
I don't think our troops should go.
I think they should. Oh, yes, you're right.
That's Point Counterpoint, and that's the news from away. I'm Jimmy, who said let's go back to Canada 2.
You are watching the Weather Network. Coming up, the Traveler's Forecast.
Who travels these days?
This has been the Traveler's Forecast.
Attention!
General, we are at attention.
I know. At ease, then. Soldiers, as you know, we've made great inroads here in
Afghanistan?
Afghanistan, yes. Right. A situation, the Taliban has no troops, weapons, or buildings, So they're operating at a slight disadvantage. We drained the swamps, and now we have more capabilities to focus on the alligators.
Sir, there are no alligators in Afghanistan?
Shut up! That was my metaphor. All right. Now is the time to concentrate on capturing the top Taliban leader. What does he look like, you might ask?
Sir, what does he look like?
Good question. According to our sophisticated intelligence network, we now know that the Taliban leader is a man with a beard.
Sir, do you have any more details?
He also wears a funny hat.
Sir, I think we already have him in custody.
And he's Muslim. Now today is your final phase of training. Soldiers, this is the Afghan terrain. Actually, it's much bigger than this. You know, this is just a
Simulation?
No, it's one of the
model.
No, actually, it's one of the, when you have the. Well, doesn't matter what it's called. All right. Point is, he could be anywhere in this land. A replica! It's a replica! Now, he is fast, and he is slippery. Which, incidentally, is how I like my women. Alrighty. Now, to make sure we get this Ben Ladder fellow, we need a very special weapon. He could be hiding in any cave in these hills. We gotta be ready to whack him. Now, he does move very quickly, you know. And he's very crafty. You never know where he might be hiding, but he is there, and you must always be prepared. You gotta be fast. You gotta hit him before he pops back up again, you know? You gotta hit him right in the middle of the head. You might need 2 weapons on this one, fellas. He's very quick and tricky, you know, so always be prepared for the unprepared. Expect the unexpected, gentlemen. There. Now, that ends today's lesson. Go out there and do your country proud. Don't forget your mallets. Oh.
Hey, you just make it, Farce. We are about to leave soon. I tell you, this new design like Via train is even better than the Transcontinental.
Prime Minister, I'm preoccupied with my budget. As finance minister, I have to decide how to allocate funds for national security, immigration, and buying a new tank for the military. I'm worried I won't make the right choices.
I really likes it when the train goes into the tunnels. Whoa, whoa! It reminds me of my honeymoon. We took the train to the Grand Bizou.
And I've got to figure out a way to get traffic moving at the border. Now when Canadians want to go to Florida for a 2-week vacation, by the time they get through customs, it's time to come home. The borderliners are so bad, motorists are having tailgate parties.
You know, Via Rail is like the Liberal Party. Sure, it is outmoded, get derailed like often, and carry a lot of useless freight. But what the hell is the alternative?
2 American citizens waited so long to cross from our side of the border, they became Canadian citizens.
Via Rail even has a new slogan. I think it is, "Go Via, very few of our train get hijacked."
What am I going to do about my budget? I can't spend too little or we'll look ineffective and cheap. But I can't spend too much because it might cut into our annual MP's salary increase.
Today, more people take the train. They do not want to fly because they is afraid of tourist attack. Me, I like traveling by trains. You get to sit back and admire like the beautiful, fragile, unique Canadian countryside. just before it is bought up by a condom developer.
We're moving.
Oh, this new Viet train is pretty smooth, like.
Personally, I'm not sure about this new train. I kind of like traveling the same old Via trains. Same old Via trains.
Coming up next, the overnight forecast.
Dark!
This has been the overnight forecast.
Oh, hello. Do sit down. I have a delightful story for you today. But first, I must have my tea. Woo-hee! Man, that's good tea. All right. Today's story is about a chubby little boy that nobody liked. Then he moved to England and became Lord Black of Cross Harbour. One day, Lord Tubby decided to set the record straight.
I am here to assure all the subjects of Cross Harbor that I will be a benevolent ruler. This will involve a paternalistic treatment of a benign state whereby unallocated powers reside ultimately with civilized individualism, but not to the point of fabricated righteous collectivism. But surely that's pretty obvious. In Canada, I was branded an arrogant, autocratic egomaniac with a bullheaded, ultra-right-wing, self-serving attitude. But flattery isn't everything. I once stood at the helm of a newspaper empire, creating a magnificent national flagship publication that currently has almost 100 subscribers. But I sold my newspapers for 2 reasons. 1, they became a pain in the aspher. And 2, I wasn't able to get the exclusive rights to Dilbert. I also renounced my Canadian citizenship, not for political reasons, but because my passport photograph was too ugly. Can you imagine the embarrassment of going through customs and having commoners laugh at one's picture? In Canada, I was only a millionaire media baron whose editorial voice influenced millions of Canadians every day. But here in Britain, I get to wear this nifty robe. Cool. Now is an auspicious time for change in my new realm. Cross Harbor will henceforth now be known as Conradville. In addition, all women must have abnormally oversized implants and a column in McLean's. And in conclusion, to the Prime Minister of Canada, with all due respect, I leave you, sir, with this sincere message.
And so Tubby, Lord Black of Cross Harbour, decided to stay permanently in his newly adopted country of Britain. And Canadians lived happily ever after.
And now the Hurricane Report. This has been the Hurricane Report.
You are watching Fox News, information without integrity. Live from Afghanistan, our new international war correspondent, Geraldo Rivera.
War. It's brutal, ruthless, and unforgiving, or as we say in television, a ratings gold mine. I'm in Afghanistan because Fox wants me to put my own personal stamp on their coverage. And to Geraldo, stamp stands for sensationalize, tantalize, Americanize, monopolize, and perverticize.
Hi, Geraldo.
Hey, look, it's my brother, Craig Rivera. I'm teaching him what it takes to be a world-class journalist. Craig, do something with your hair.
The Gulf War had the Scud Stud.
And now we're the Kanda Hunks.
Stop that, Wolf Blitzer.
Now you know why we work for a network called Fox. We've only been in Afghanistan for 5 days, and already we've exposed issues the American public demands from our coverage.
Like the U.S. liberation of the Kabul Hooters.
Makes me feel patriotic.
As we speak, I'm saluting Lady Liberty.
The Afghanistan landscape is littered with these holes dug by the Taliban. Moments from now, the question on everyone's mind will be answered.
Britney Spears, are they real or fake?
No, Craig, I'm talking about Geraldo in search of the terrorist's vault. Craig, my investigative senses are tingling again.
Don't worry about that. I have a prescription back at the hotel.
As a tabloid journalist, I'm not afraid to get my hands a little dirty. But that's why I came here, to put my life on the line for my country. I know how to handle these dangerous situations. Craig, get in the hole.
Okay. But I'm telling Mom. Well, boy, it's dark in here, Geraldo.
I'm sometimes overwhelmed at the recklessness of my job. But that's what I do. Tackle any situation without regard for my own personal safety.
Oh, that hurts!
I do this because I love my country. I love my fans. I love the way I look in this outfit. But above all, I will sacrifice everything I have for the sake of freedom. God bless America. For Fox News, I'm Geraldo Rivera. Join me tomorrow for my next report in search of Craig Rivera.
I broke my nose.
Oh, great, the ratings will go through the roof.
Here with her commentary is Sister Bonaventure, the cursing nun.
Well, it looks like the Montreal Expos baseball team might be folding because of financial problems. What a shame. The Expos are a f***ing institution. One day they're a proud franchise. The next, they're the Canada 3000 of f***ing baseball. What a bunch of holes. So what if their play in the past has been total horse? Excuse my f***ing English. Now the baseball commissioner is in the middle of contraction discussions. Contractions? Are we talking baseball or having a f***ing baby? I mean, get a f***ing clue. They say their team just wasn't winning enough games. Well, how could they expect to be a winning team when they play in Olympic Stadium, where Canadian athletes have won all? The team isn't folding because of f***ing money problems. They just want to get out of there before the mother f***ing stadium falls on them. The Expos were a great idea that started out with much promise and support and ended up broke, in ruin, and begging for money. That's not a failure. That's a f***ing Canadian tradition. Thank you, and bless you, my children.
And now the Pollen Report. This has been the Pollen Report. There are things that I've done that I'm proud of. I'm not the best dancer, but that summer I came in second in the naked rumba competition. My 27 kids. Runner-up in the obsessive-compulsive Elvis look-alike contest. But this is definitely my biggest success. Quitting dressing up like a woman wasn't easy. I needed help controlling the cravings. But I did it a year ago with DragoDerm.
DragoDerm, the patch recommended by doctors, pharmacists, and transvestites.
I like to think of it That's my badge of honor.
Flying Dog Report.
Clear with just a chance of schnauzer.
This is the Weather Network. News you can't use.
The Antiques Roadshow. This week from Canada.
Next.
Yes, I have this painting, and I was wondering if it's worth anything.
Oh, we get a lot of artwork here at the Antique Roadshow, and most of it isn't worth a pinch of... Wait a second. What's this, then? Where did you get this picture?
At a garage sale.
A garage sale?
Honest, I've never been near a French museum in my life. I don't even know how to bypass a laser guard pressure-sensitive lock. Jeez, honest, really, it belonged to my Aunt Lefty, Bertha. I just said Lefty because he's a friend. No, not a friend, not a friend. No, he's just a cellmate. Not a cellmate, a pen pal, you know. Not a pen as in penitentiary, you know. Not that. Not that. It was just like a pen for writing. Yeah, writing. You know, like writing a note to break into home. So, is this worth anything?
Not really, no.